the most powerful antioxidant that you have never heard of. And it's one of the keys to fighting off the diseases that you fear the most. It is called glutathione. Now, write it down because it's critically important. And here to tell us about it is the director of Yale University's Prevention Research Center and my good friend, Dr. David Katz.
Welcome, David.
So, glutathione has been described in many places as the superhero of antioxidants. Now, why is that? How come no one's ever heard of it before?
Because unlike most antioxidants people think about getting in a supplement, this one the body makes. That's the reason people haven't heard about it. It's going on all the time. It's also the reason why it really is the most important antioxidant. It's the one that the body relies on itself to clean up critical toxins. So it's being manufactured all the time, and the body makes critical use of this to defend us against a variety of toxins.
So I've got a little demonstration because I want to make this really clear to folks. This is absolutely essential. You know how I talk about all the things to do in your life, right? The foods to eat, the antioxidant vitamins to take. They all work through this. In the body, you've got glutathione. And you also have lots of cells. That. Looks just like this, right? And so you've got these green normal cells, and you also have toxic cells. Some of these are from outside your body. Some of them are cells of your own that have been damaged by free radicals, and they've been oxidized, damaged by the sun, damaged from foods, whatever. If you put in the normally existing glutathione in your body, it will soak up a lot of these bad boys, take them away, just like that. Now, if you don't have enough of the glutathione, now you put it in there, and you'll be lucky if you just get one of these toxic cells out. So you lose the powerful natural ability of your body to heal itself. You know, we always brag about how the body can help you almost always recover, but only if you help it do that for you. That's what this segment is about. Now, David, how do you know? You like that?
I like that.
Good. I'll take it home with you.
Okay, thanks.
Go back to Yale.
My kids will love it.
Now, how do you know if you don't have enough glutathione in your body?
So the issue is this. If you have a chronic disease, most serious chronic diseases are associated with low levels of glutathione. So if you have diabetes, if you've been through cancer, if you're struggling with a serious infection, that may indicate that you're depleting your glutathione. May be worth checking your level, certainly worth doing things to bring your level back up. And then also, if you're chronically run down, if you're chronically fatigued, if your body just isn't firing on all cylinders, low glutathione may be part of it, both cause and effect. So you have to be sort of clued into how you're feeling and your general state of health.
So you run a big center, and people come to you all the time. When you give people glutathione, in whatever form you get it to them in, what happens to them?
So, in my clinic, we have a patient with Parkinson's who comes in weekly for an intravenous infusion of glutathione right into the vein, fairly high dose. And both we and the patient's neurologists are convinced that it has helped stabilize his condition.
How do you like that?
Hasn't cured it, hasn't made it go away, but it has helped prevent any further progression. And I think more and more we're going to see studies supporting that kind of application.
So what I'd love to do is just show everybody right now how you can naturally increase your glutathione levels. It's already there, just got to take it to a little bigger level in order to help ward off some of these chronic illnesses and deal with some of the symptoms that Dr. Katz was talking about.
Okay.
So let's talk about the first big issue, eating sulfur-rich vegetables. Here are a couple examples why these are so important.
Well, you know, I think a good way to think of the body's systems that manufacture important compounds like glutathione is like an assembly line. And so you need to provide the parts that are assembled into the product, and that's what these foods do, and that helps you manufacture the glutathione.
So if you're going to show off next time out with your friends, you know these are good for you. We've talked about them, right? Cruciferous vegetables, you know, onions and garlic.
They're, right. Good
now
idea
you
anyway.
know why they're so good for you, because they increase your glutathione levels. Okay.
One of many reasons they're good for you.
Is that. Second big issue is selenium-rich foods. So explain what selenium is to everybody.
Selenium is part of an enzyme that helps build glutathione. Now, there's a little bit of selenium in a wide variety of foods, but a few foods are concentrated sources. Brazil nuts, I think we've got black beans here. Oats, that's a commonly eaten food, and that's a good source. And also tuna is a good source of selenium. So these foods help your assembly line manufacture glutathione better.
You guys look a little sickly down here. I'm going to pass these around. Make sure you take one. Now you should take, I have Brazil nuts almost every day.
And you'll feel your glutathione levels going up.
Jump up if you feel healthier. Don't start dancing. Okay, third big category, supplements.
Right. Vitamin B6 or pyridoxine, it's not part of glutathione, it helps make glutathione. And unlike glutathione itself, which you really can't take as a pill, of course you could take a B complex or you could take B6. This one, milk thistle, is really very interesting. Milk thistle contains an active ingredient called silymarin. Actually, milk thistle, to my knowledge, is the only compound ever studied that is so powerful in helping the liver function, it actually seems to be therapeutic even in cirrhosis. But what it does in terms of glutathione is it supports the function of liver cells. It makes them work better, protects them from oxygen-free radicals so they can do a better job of manufacturing glutathione. The dose of this, you'd want enough milk thistle to give you 200 milligrams of the active ingredient, silymarin, every day, and most milk thistle is dosed just that way.
I have used this in my clinical practice.
I have too.
Yeah, and which is, again, it's not common that we use an alternative approach like a vitamin or nutrient as the big gun, but it works so effectively in helping people with liver dysfunction, liver problems, especially the ones that you get after cirrhosis and the like, that we have begun to use this.
It's amazing, yeah, and I think we're going to see a lot more science supporting that.
And the last item is exercise.
And we're obviously both proponents of that on general principles. But here's yet another reason to recommend regular, moderate exercise. It boosts glutathione levels. And the other thing it does, by increasing blood flow to the kidneys and the liver, it helps those filters get toxins out of the body. Everything's just working better when you exercise. You feel better. We both do it all the time, right?
Yeah, we do, and I like it. Now, you guys feel a little detoxified from those Brazil nuts? Yeah, they're a very happy audience today. David, so much.